Good morning, everybody. What a beautiful day. We're heading out to San Jose. Well, actually, I am heading out to San Jose, and I'm going to do a Dutch pour paint class. It's going to be a little bit long, this one, but stay tuned for the end because then you'll see the final results. Don't forget to hit that like button, please. It helps my channel. Love you. Have some fun watching us do a Dutch pour.
And float, when you're adding a pouring medium, or let's say, like you have like these are already pre-mixed, but let's say you have a paint that's old. I notice that sometimes with the Mexican paints that I buy, you'll open it and it'll have like a little string, and you go to pour it and then that's in your paint.
Right, and you don't want that in there.
They call them goobers.
Right.
Oh, I have a goober, and they pull it out with like a pair of tweezers.
So that's why it's
So I
straining.
strain all my paint, especially because when I buy Floetrol, and there's many brands of this, so you just need to know what it is. It's a pouring medium is what it
Pouring
is.
medium
And
is
this
the
one
key word.
actually eliminates brush and roller marks. This is used with just regular house latex paint. That's what it's sold for, but it works really well for what we're doing.
Oh,
Figure it out. But I buy these at Home Depot, and these are really great. They have a little strainer.
Oh, well, that is really cool.
And then
So
you
it's
can
like a
pull it out
funnel.
and you can clean it, and that's
Oh,
how
wow,
I mix
that's great.
my paints.
Okay.
Now I eye it because I've been doing it a long time. You can weigh it, or you can
Weigh it? No, I won't do that.
I can weigh. You can weigh your paints if you're that particular.
No.
But I just go.
Yeah.
You know. So when you do use a pouring medium, it's like it's a consistency thing. You want your paint to be opaque, and you don't. So for me, it's like 75% mixture to 25% paint is typically how I do it.
So 25% paint, 75 of that?
Yeah, it's just I better mix this.
That's kind of a rule of thumb. I'm gonna go get my hair clip thing.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute, and I'm gonna strain it. Yeah, all you do to determine whether it's transparent or opaque is once you get it mixed, you just look at your stick, and if you can't see the color of the stick or the stick behind it, then you know you've got an opaque look and it's not too transparent. So that's really all you're looking for, is to make it.
And can you show the dripping how it's right?
I'm still mixing it, so when you go to, and this will work for Dutch pour and for swiping. This is kind of a universal viscosity or consistency of the paint. And if you don't understand anything I'm saying, you just ask me. Okay,
Viscosity
so you know
is like thickness.
Yeah, viscosity is the thickness of it. So when you pull it up,
Okay, that's what I want to see.
it's called a tracing line is what we call that.
Mhm.
So you want it to bury itself. You don't want it to pile the paint. Did you see it start to pile at the very end? See, it's making. Do you understand that?
So is that not good?
No, it's perfect.
Okay.
You want just a little bit, and you want it to sink pretty quick.
Okay.
You don't want it to pile up, and you don't want it to sink so quick that it's so thin like milk. So, but that's important on the stick. But you can't see the color behind it, so the ratio of color is right. And that isn't a perfect thing. Like, you know, she may end up with more paint in it, but typically it's 75% of your pouring medium to 25% paint.
Good.
Do I measure it? No. At the beginning I did. I was so anal. I was using a scale and like 250 grams. Like I was doing the whole thing, and then finally I'm like, why am I driving myself crazy here? But it really extends the paint, especially for someone like you that paints. These are really great because it extends the life of your paint and you can work it a lot
hard to
longer.
get.
You could have done the exact same thing with water. Instead of using the Floetrol base that I used, you could have done that with water, and you're just looking for the same consistency.
But what are you adding?
You would just put the paint with water.
Ah, okay, that's a lot of paint.
It would be a lot
of
more paint
Yes.
than if you used the
To get
Floetrol.
that, yeah.
Then I just go back and I pour it into another container, and I see a big clump that just fell in.
Where did that come from?
Floetrol.
No, the Floetrol has clumps in it too?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never had a container that didn't. So I
Okay.
strain it all the time. It's important to mix the paint with your pouring medium or your water before you strain it, because this paint is too thick to make it through the strainer.
Right.
You'll be frustrated.
Yeah.
So go ahead and mix everything.
Yeah.
Strain them. And then I put them in
So-
bottles
I'm
like
sorry.
that, like mustard and ketchup bottles with the lids. And
They have those at well. Now, I use house
sometimes
paint
it's-
for my white.
a lot of people
I
do
use
that.
house paint
A lot of people do that.
because white is something you use a ton of.
So this is not house paint?
No, this is
No.
actual acrylic paint.
That's it.
This is acrylic.
But you need a big bottle, you need a large amount
Here's
of
a
white.
clump.
Artist love.
Here's the clump. See the clumps?
I see.
Yeah.
See.
You don't want that in your smooth,
Especially
beautiful
especially
thing.
Right.
if it is, and it'll
They're like
happen.
big pieces of dry
Paint.
paint, right?
Yeah.
Dry paint, you'll get it from the rim of your containers, you know, like
Yeah.
this was a brand new thing, but you'll get it up on this and then it'll pour
Uh-huh.
into yours. So that's why I strain everything. Color wheel?
Yeah.
Yes. You know, it shows the primary colors
Yes.
and, you know, primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors. So that's really important when you're doing flow art and how you layer your paint. And the reason why, so like on a, yellow is a primary color and purple is a secondary color. Okay, but they sit across from each other on the color wheel, and they're called complementary colors when
Yes,
they're across from
yes.
each other. So that's
Learned that in art class.
that,
There you
yes,
go.
and that's universal in art, interior design, hair color. It's universal.
Fabrics too.
Everything, every textile you can imagine. So like you see someone with blonde hair that's a little yellow, how we get that out is we put violet on it.
Yeah,
Put
that's why I use
purple
purple
to
shampoo.
cancel out
I took
the
that
yellow. Okay, so that works in everything
Wow, I
that
never
you can
knew.
do.
It's been a while.
So when you're experimenting with your colors, especially with flow art, because they blend
They'll
into
mix,
each other and they mix into each other, like when you're pouring them into a cup, you want to make sure you don't layer something on top of it that's gonna create
Mud. Speaking of mud. Mud.
And what creates mud? If you took your three primary colors, your yellow, your blue, and your red, and you mixed them equal parts, you would get brown.
Last time I was
Get
trying to.
I use this black, and it has a blue undertone to it.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay, so like if you took this black and you smeared it on a white canvas, and it would have just a little bit of
Ooh,
a
I like
blue
that.
hue to it.
That's
Okay,
nice.
so but all blacks and acrylic are gonna have an undertone. They really are okay to use. I know what you're saying,
No, but I'm
but
just saying, this is where I need to relearn. I need
Yeah.
to put aside,
everything
because it's
has
totally different.
everything has that undertone, which
Yeah.
is a whole nother class. Like undertones are really sometimes hard for people to visually even see. But that's how you would do it, is smear it. And when you smear it and you can see that just that slight little bit of blue, I might be able to
It's like
smear
a
it on.
surprise.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know if I can get it
Well,
to
there
do
you
it
go,
on-
that's a perfect,
It's not gonna show you because this is white paint, but when you do it on a canvas, which I don't wanna do it on your canvases, you'll see that little undertone, and you just smear it till it's almost transparent on white. You know, you wanna get it like that, thin on your board, and then let that dry, and then you'll be able to put it in the light, and you'll be able to see
Huh.
what undertone they made. And this
Well, that's
particular
because-
one has a blue base to it.
It's-
Okay, all right, so this is ready to go. So now what you need to decide is, do you want it to be a full white and just learn the technique, or do you want half your board to be a certain color? Do you want a corner of your board to be a certain color, or, I mean, what kind of colors do you like? Let's start with Donna. Like, what were you thinking? You want to go with your pinks, your coral, and your teal?
Yeah, but I need a darker color.
A contrast?
Right.
And then what do you want to do? You want to do a blue, or you want to do?
No.
Okay, what do you want to do? Take a pick. Payne's gray is one of my favorite colors. I use it a lot.
I think that would be nice. Yeah.
I use Payne's gray a lot, and it's one of
I think that
those.
would be good.
It's a dark blue gray.
Yeah.
So we can maybe use a little bit of
I
that
like
too, and that'll be your contrasting color.
Yep.
So now, do you want to do just a white board with those three colors, or do you want to do half a board or a corner with a, like, what is your thoughts? And I just want to know so I know how much paint to mix up for you.
Right.
If you want to just learn how to blow it and just do
Yeah.
a line.
I'd like to start on this corner and that one.
Okay,
The opposing corners and bring them together.
okay.
Oh,
Maybe.
like that one.
Well, I don't know.
Kind of like the big painting where it's got the corner.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay,
I'd like to
alright.
just work with fanning out maybe, and
Okay.
maybe making this one.
So what we're
Okay,
gonna,
now I'm-
one thing that you'll see me do a lot is I will hyper focus on a section that I don't like,
Right.
and I will scrape that section. And
Uh-huh.
I
Oh,
will leave
good.
the rest of the painting alone, and I'll just carve out one little section and take it off the board and re-pour that one section. So there's lots of options.
Mhm.
I belong to a lot of groups online, and I just told a lady, I'm like, if there's just one section, don't trash the whole painting. Take that one section out if that's what you're so focused on. It's the mud thing. When
Yeah.
I create a mud section in a
That's so
painting, that's when I
irritating.
scrape it.
I'm gonna take,
This is one, yeah, Payne's Gray is awesome. I do like it.
So all I'm doing here is I'm going to mix these paints, and then we're gonna put them in the
Okay.
squeeze bottles so that they're easier
So this
for
is
you to
gonna be
control.
75%, but no, we're not using 25%.
No.
We're using less.
Well, it's a squirt, Donna.
Yeah.
And that is gray, you say, right?
Yeah, it's called Payne's Gray, so
Payne's
once
Gray.
again, it has
It's
like
a
a,
dark,
Oh, it
really
looks-
nice
it
color.
has just a little bit of a
Almost
blue
purple.
sheen to
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
bluish
yeah,
purple.
I see that.
Very, very popular
Instead
color.
of black,
Nice.
because it's, I don't know, it's more user-friendly than black.
It's used a lot. You'll hear people talk about it online a lot,
Okay.
and it has become one of my favorite
See, that'll
colors.
look really good with the teal and that. Oh, is that what you got in there?
Yeah, see, it's
Oh,
become,
it is.
you really see the
Oh,
blue
that's
in it?
And it's good with these,
That's
I
beautiful.
think.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll be
Oh,
gorgeous.
yes.
You probably have these, well, you have something close to this, but not
Really close.
exactly. This is,
I make a
don't
lot
know.
of my paints,
Mhm.
you know, out of the other paints, so.
Yeah. Mixing is fun. Love that gray, isn't it nice?
Wow.
Oh, I just saw
Oh,
a clump.
there's a little clump.
We're not gonna worry about it as much
No.
today, but.
No,
when
we're
you do it at-
practicing
When
today.
you do it at home, I want you to always strain them
Okay.
because of that reason, no
Yeah.
doubt about it. And I, you know, when it comes to paint quality, I don't feel like they have the greatest quality
They
of
don't
paints here,
here, no.
but they're fine to use. I use them
Yeah.
all the time.
Me too, and they're not expensive. At Marisol's, they're not expensive, but
Yeah, I
some,
think they're very
like their
reasonable.
orange isn't thick enough, no, their yellow isn't thick enough.
The hardest color, I think, in painting is orange.
Yeah, it is.
Is an extremely,
or to
yes.
find?
No,
No,
to
it's hard to
use.
work with,
I
because,
think it's an extremely hard color to use.
yeah, it is.
Why is that?
It muds a lot of paintings. It's hard to,
okay.
it's hard to get it, it's hard to get it, to
Cover,
blend with
and to
other.
cover, too.
Yeah, and
Okay.
to get it to, well, covering is about the pigment of the paint, so
Yeah.
the Mexican
Like
paint's
the
probably
yellow
not
here
highly
is terrible, I
pigmented.
had to get yellow in the States, I just
I don't
doesn't.
know why in my head thought the blue was gonna be look great. I don't know why. It just turned brown.
Right.
Mm.
got
Because you
mixed
had a
up.
little red orange in it and the yellow.
Sunset.
And then you
Yeah,
added
no,
the
it was-
blue.
It was
and
a
then all of a
sunset
sudden-
or
It was a
sunrise?
sunset.
Sunset, yeah.
But you're technically right, but if the paint was still wet, then it blended it So you dry the paint and
First.
then go back over with the glue,
Mm.
and you would have been
Yeah.
fine. So
Okay.
it's not that you made the wrong choice in color; it's that you applied it at the wrong
Too
time.
soon, yeah. We have to have patience. I like to let things sit overnight and the next day go and do more stuff because
That's
it's
been the
safer.
hardest thing ever to learn is to walk away.
Yeah.
Walk away from the painting. And
Dan always tells me, stop, just stop right now. And I just want to keep going. He's like, no, just stop right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that.
And then after you figure all this out, then you can get into things like I just bought this, which I have not even opened it yet, but this is really cool, Donna. This is another pouring medium where you can make all your colors pearlized.
Yeah,
Oh.
And that
And you
is
haven't
something
practiced with it yet?
I literally just picked it up.
Wow,
From
you're
the
gonna have
shipping
fun with
company,
that.
so-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can make everything pearlized where you
I would
don't.
like to do like just like the top. Can you control it?
What do you mean?
Can you add it like just to be like a highlighter? Probably not, huh?
Of the pearl? You mean?
Yeah, like highlight with it, no.
Actually, I have a pearl white that's already mixed.
Uh-huh.
So you can use that, and this is already a pearl. But what I mean by that is you could make this color a pearl.
The whole thing, you're talking
Yeah.
the whole
Oh,
thing.
wow.
Yeah.
There? Or
Yeah, this is
what
a
here?
white pearl
You
already.
add it to,
You add it to your paint so that you know what a metallic, the way
Yeah.
a metallic looks. It's called pearlized, and we could make this pearlized as well if she wanted it to. They actually make this color in pearl, but if you had a color that was going to be just a flat basic color and you wanted it to have a little sparkle
Oh,
to
that's
it,
so
you could
cool.
add the
Oh,
pearl
that's
to it.
neat.
wow.
I do have, this one here is a little more,
Pink?
I think it's a little more.
Yep.
Mauvey.
That's
Oh,
it.
that's nice.
That's it.
Okay, go with that one. Do you
But
have
I-
a favorite color?
No.
You don't? Really?
My husband and I, well, if you watch our YouTube,
Here it
you'll
is.
know that, oh, that's it.
Okay.
You'll know that
Okay.
I love green, but
Yeah.
it's more like a tint green.
That's really bright.
It's very bright, right? It's very bright, and Christian loves purple. Like he is a purple guy.
So, and it just means the viscosity is way thicker. Sometimes it's thicker and it still doesn't have a lot of pigment to it, so it depends on the
Okay.
brand
Brand.
and how great it is. But I actually love this brand of paint, but I'm finding that some of them, when I go to mix these, because it's the same brand as the Payne's Gray, but this is a different viscosity.
Right,
So this one's
okay.
more fluid, and this one's really, really
Thicker.
heavy bodied.
Oh.
Green looks, if you think about, when you're thinking about painting, you want similar colors, and then you want a contrast color,
Okay.
is how we want to
That's
do
why
this.
that's why I'm saying help, because I don't know what
Yeah.
this is gonna look like together.
Well, the purple to the green, you're kind of leaning on the same side of the
I know,
wheel
yeah, I'm
on
scared,
that,
yeah.
so you're okay with that.
Okay.
I think that those
Yeah,
three.
It's
Yeah,
the
right.
paint. Yeah. I love this color.
I think
It's
that's
got a little bit of a
really
shine
nice.
to it. Did you add any metallic to that?
It might just be the bottle.
Okay.
I don't think it does, but
So when you
there's
took it
no
out,
there's no telling with me, because I am a
She's excited.
scraper of
Yeah.
paint, like
To get
Donna
home.
said, it's very expensive.
Oh, it's been
Now
a
with
while,
heavy
so
bodied
I'm
paints like
looking
I
for
just
it.
showed you, the real thick paint,
Yeah.
stir it,
Like
again.
Where
crazy.
did you buy this thingies?
Amazon.
Okay.
Yep.
What are
Oh.
they
I
called?
use those painting pyramids, and then I
Okay.
also use those are good for the boards, and then I also stick
these are
sticks
painting
in them
pyramids.
No,
to roll. You can stick them in the holes and then roll your, instead of painting on this, and you can roll them. But
so you
this
have
is
the,
what but when you have a canvas, this is really what I recommend. They're large push pens,
Oh, okay.
because when you're doing a regular painting, this is not as important.
That's cool.
But when you're doing flow art, this board better be level. Like this right here, see how this is stretched?
Yeah.
The board was not level. The paint started to
on
move.
its own.
It started to move.
Then you lose control.
That's why that's really important.
Oh.
But I know it looks cool. We don't have to worry
It
about
looks
it.
cool anyway.
Right.
But when it didn't start out like that and you came back the next
Right.
morning, you go, what happened? My board wasn't level. You start freaking out. So, up here. But here's that silicone that you wanted to know about. Donna.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But I'm
So
telling you,
what is
it
it about
makes
silicone?
gigantic cells.
Oh, okay.
I bet I
think
could
they
use.
look like moon craters, and that's why I don't like it. I think
Couldn't I
it's too.
just use
much.
my?
Just remember that
They go crazy.
you can't.
Stop it once
Can't.
it gets going.
You can't. Well, not only that, but you can't varnish the thing. You can't
Oh,
do
Yeah.
much over the top
yes,
of
the
it.
varnishing part, I think it's important.
And see, I like to resin pieces.
So you don't
So I
use
like
this
to
already?
paint them.
Resin.
And then I like to put resin
Yeah,
over it, and
it
you
looks-
cannot use any silicone.
So
with
you don't
resin.
use the spray?
I spray.
Spray.
Yep, I do varnish sprays.
Mhm.
But then I like to do resin on them too. There's a lot of my
Right.
paintings that I would, and then we'll use the gold.
Adventuresome.
Yes.
Will be your fourth color.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Perfect.
Let's,
Yep.
Nice. I like
let's
everyone's
look at
colors.
this, let's look at this purple real quick, just to,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness,
it's
that's
light enough.
pretty.
So see how
Yeah.
that goes with that green?
Yes.
Purple and
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Very
Purple and
nice.
that go really,
Very
really
nice.
well
Remember
together.
that combination.
If you watch our
Let's
channel,
try
you
to
know why I
remember
need
everything
purple
she's
and green.
saying.
I'm gonna make
She's
you more,
recording.
make you more
She's
confident about
smart.
your color choices here, okay?
I'm scared.
No, don't be
I'm scared
scared.
like her.
I'm trying to.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's gonna be
Oh,
very.
okay.
Feel really
bright
good
and
about that
I'm good
now?
now, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good now.
fun.
I don't feel
Good
so
way to
scared.
test it. Layer them
Yeah.
up, and if you like the way it looks,
Yeah, it looks
now
beautiful.
if you started mixing all that,
Then we
It
get
and
mud.
they
looks
get-
like-
they get too intertwined,
Oh, yeah.
you get muddy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, you
Okay.
don't get a pretty color. But that's what I
Okay.
mean by overworking a painting and you blend the
No, no,
paints
no.
too much,
Perfect.
then all of a sudden you have mud.
Right.
And that's what
It's
you
practice,
You don't want
it's
that.
fun, it's not-
Yeah, we don't want that.
Well, this is fun.
Relax.
Yeah.
So the top is
So you
pink.
wanna cover the whole thing?
Cover the
Yeah,
whole thing.
you wanna cover the whole thing,
Okay.
but you don't do it like painting it, you do it like
Uh-huh.
you're welding. I almost screwed up. Let's tilt this side first, cause you can't tilt both sides at the same time.
Okay.
And we're gonna do this side.
The bathroom, go in the bathroom and you're gonna see a red stripe in the shower like you liked in the kitchen. You're gonna love it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You
Okay.
just keep tilting it until it's covered, like you got a little spot.
Seems
right
like you
there.
get a lot of waste, but as long as this stuff is cheap, I don't care.
Yes, you are gonna have,
I'm
you're
so
gonna,
afraid if
you're
it's
gonna feel like you
expensive.
have a lot of waste
Mm-hmm,
compared to what you're used to doing,
right.
but
It's
it's
necessary.
flow art.
Yeah.
It's different. I go down the board.
Wow.
Okay, I had no idea you first do this. So you cannot repurpose a canvas and do this because it has to be completely smooth.
What do you mean, if you didn't like your painting?
Used paintings,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do that. So you
but
do
it
all
won't
the
be
time.
smooth, right?
I do it all the time.
So you can help it along. You wanted to say?
Just let it flow.
Let it flow.
Just let it flow. Yeah, flow art is different than just painting the canvas. Now, you can just paint the canvas, but you're gonna understand why we have extra paint in a minute, cause that's how you move your paint.
Right, you have to have a lot of
Mhm.
stuff on there for it to go anywhere.
Exactly.
So cool.
But you don't have to keep wasting it per se. You get a little spot like this, you just go back in and, I think some of the stuff they use, you're gonna see people pour through colanders and all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff, and I find that more crafty and
yeah,
not really
exactly. It isn't really
a
art.
serious,
Mhm.
painter.
Yep.
And then if you had the sides, you would just take your extra
Uh-huh.
paint off your board,
Right.
pour around your sides, cover your canvas, and this one's ready to go. Okay, so what we're gonna make lines of layered color for
okay.
you to blow.
All
But
right.
do you want this corner to be a certain color?
Yeah, I'd like to start with the dark.
This color
Uh-huh.
here, the Payne's gray. So you want it to be Payne's gray, and then here you want your colors mixed in with the Payne's gray and the white.
Right. And I would
That's what
like
you
to
want?
do the opposite on this side. In other words, change up the
Like dark then to light?
no, dark.
Okay,
starting-
this is what I mean. So this is a painting that had on this board, it had white, and then right here it had a big line of teal, and then the bottom it had the blue on your back base color.
Mhm.
That's what I'm asking you about.
Okay,
All this stuff in here is gonna be the rest of the colors.
right. Okay, I'd like to
So-
start with the gray on each.
You want gray and
Mhm.
gray, and
Yeah.
then your colors here
Mhm.
that are gonna be blown into the gray and the white
Right.
will be the mixture of the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, all
And
right.
I'm thinking
Nice.
this side I'd like to blow out, and this side I'd like to blow more straight. It's just an
Okay,
idea.
Cool.
So now, your frugalness, you may not have wanted to cover the two corners because we're gonna cover them in gray now. So how I do that
Ah,
is
okay.
once I cover my board,
Oh.
then I go back and I
Oh,
scrape
because
up.
these aren't gonna
They're not
blend, they're gonna be solid.
Right.
Yeah, okay,
Well, they will blend,
but not so much.
but you still wanna see more of the Payne's
Okay,
gray, right?
gotcha,
So
Gotcha, uh-huh,
we're going to go back and we're gonna put the Payne's gray here.
okay.
Neat. Okay.
Love that color.
That
It is gorgeous. It's a really pretty dark, basically a gray blue, right?
Yeah.
That is a beautiful color.
I'm loving the mess.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's got a lot more white in it, so. All right, so her two corners are gonna be gray, and then she's going to layer her colors, and then she's gonna blow it this way and bring it in, okay? All right, that's what we're gonna do. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you layer the colors.
Uh-huh.
So, you can do your teal, your pink, your white, and then you can even add some Payne's gray
Oh,
to
on
it.
top.
Just right on top of each other.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so I'm gonna layer them for you, and then I'll.
You can do that side, I can do this side, or?
Exactly. Good for you. Cool. Normally they don't even want to stay on there, you know?
Oh, on top, okay.
Oh, neat. Okay. This is
On
cool.
top, okay. Hmm.
And here's a little bit of that pearl.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now, to get that, to blow that and to get that to flow, you have to have the more color on the board behind it in front of it. Okay?
Okay,
So,
so it keeps flowing.
that's right. Well,
Okay.
because you're going to blow over it. So you have to put a little, you have to put some of that down. And then we go back and we put a little of the white
Okay.
right against the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Very important.
Oh, look, it's already starting.
Yeah,
to-
look at that.
It's a nice combination.
Amaze balls.
It'll start to sell up. And then I'm gonna teach you another thing about selling to
Selling.
help to make the cells.
Oh, cells, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're going to put a little bit of the color that you just put on there. So I'm gonna cover that with, this is very hard to learn.
Okay,
So always start with low air pressure.
okay.
Otherwise you end up with like my mirror,
Paint over there everywhere.
okay?
Oh, okay.
All right.
As a paint-
I better like
I have
stand
painted,
in front.
I have painted Lola so many times
Oh,
you
wow.
have no idea. Okay, so all we're trying to do here is move the white paint over the layers of color, okay?
Okay, and then
So
you
that's
bring
what
it
we do.
out.
All right, then we're gonna move the gray over it a little bit because we put a little over this, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all we're gonna do. Then we're gonna go in just a little heavier. I'm pressing the cool button. Every blow dryer is different, so you have to find your
Cool.
ditch with your blow dryer.
Not warm.
It can be warm, but the point is it's about the flow of the air more so than the temperature of it. Okay? Alright? So then you start to blow.
Oh my goodness.
Now stop. Most people would continue to blow
Right,
that.
I would
Do
too.
not.
Stop.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, let's go.
Stop.
Okay, and see what it does.
Let it sell up a little bit.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
That is so
Most
pretty.
people would be like, oh my god, that couldn't
at
have been near
See the
enough. I need
Yes.
to do something else. to it.
Oh, it's getting like cells by itself already.
It's going to do it, yes.
Oh wow, look at that.
Look
That's
at
so
you.
cool. Wow.
Now watch this. So now we're gonna take a little bit of this
Oh,
color and we're
little.
gonna go back into the other color.
Yeah,
Because I don't
Because I
wanna,
don't want that to be
This is
solid,
beautiful.
solid, yeah.
and we don't wanna really disturb that, cause
No.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So if you put that blow dryer back on it,
You're gonna wreck it.
you're gonna get that
Uh-huh,
Okay.
okay.
chaos, okay? You can do it with your mouth. You can blow a little bit of the darker color. So I get myself into trouble with these switches.
Right,
Oh, wow.
to blow it back in a
This
little
is
bit.
this is so artistic, like in so many levels.
Oh, I know, it's wonderful.
Like using your
Oh,
breath.
wow.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
so involved
you can take,
with it.
You can take, it's like if you, this is a really hard gold line here, so. Look at that. Let's just expand that out a little bit.
Cynthia,
I love them off the board too.
Mhm, yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So this here is too solid, so let's.
What's your hair? I like a little more in there, so it's not so, yeah, there we go.
Oh,
Wow.
that's better. Yeah.
Mhm.
I get it.
It's so awesome.
Oh,
All
my
right.
gosh, That's
Okay,
really
so that
pretty.
needs to stay the way it is.
It's
yeah.
Oh,
beautiful.
Oh
Okay.
my
Mhm.
God.
It's gonna be really gorgeous. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn, this is how you make your little few
Look
more
at me,
cells,
I'm like a
okay?
kid right now.
So we're gonna,
So excited.
I'm
you
too
can
excited.
use a creme
Oh.
brulee torch, you
Yeah.
can,
What does that do that the
You-
blow dryer doesn't?
You think we're gonna do? We're gonna burn your house.
No, I'm not gonna use that thing, no.
now watch the board when I do this, okay? So
I'm not
where,
gonna do with a torch.
where I like to do this is right in the middle.
Okay,
I don't like to do my edges.
uh-huh.
I only want to do the middle. And don't be scared of it. I used to be scared shitless of it. But when you start to see,
Oh.
Just go in.
Oh wow.
and
Oh,
look at the lacing.
So
part.
what is it actually doing? It's drying it or what? Burning it? Yeah.
No, you're not burning
Wow.
You know
it.
what? It
You
looks
can
like
burn
a-
it.
You know what? It looks like a coral.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
does,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now the only
I
spot
love
I
those
don't,
colors,
I
too.
don't like this. And now this is what I meant. If you don't like something, and I'm gonna do
No,
it.
no, 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 no.
I'm gonna do it just to show you. If you didn't like this because it was all solid gold,
Alright,
you pull it off.
You scared?
well, cause I love it, I don't wanna ruin it.
Okay.
Well, it's Cynthia. I'm sure she's gonna just
Oh,
do
yeah,
something
no.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
No.
do this side, right?
Yep.
Trying to copy what you just did, hopefully. Okay, same colors, okay.
All
And you have to add this white stuff again?
Yep, you have to give it something to move on. So you're adding the color around it so that you can move
That, oops.
too small of an area, and you love this, so
Yeah.
do not touch that blow dryer. Okay? And I need just a little paint spray on this side to blow.
Just use your,
But don't overblow once
No.
again, because
Mhm.
you'll start muddying it. So let it sit for a second, make sure you love it. Yep, we're gonna leave that. It just, this was a little softer, so I just
Mhm.
wanted to
Yeah.
blend that just a little bit more. there.
Mhm.
But don't let these things scare you.
Oh, that
No,
would
no.
scare me.
The
I
cream,
just-
the creme brulee ones are the best ones to have.
The little
Okay.
ones.
And I
yeah.
have one coming, but, you know. Now you have to do this quickly,
Mhm.
even with your torch. You wanna keep it moving.
Right, don't stay in one spot.
No, because all of a sudden you'll have a
Oh, see,
divot.
that makes such a difference.
Oh,
It doesn't hurt it, but it'll look like it's a divot all the way down the canvas, and you can't actually set it
Oh,
on fire.
oh, wow.
So I take a stick, or I take one of these skewers, and then I come in, and you can create little lines.
Right,
Sometimes I
Draw
take,
it in.
Oh, like a marble kind of. Right?
draw it in, yeah,
sometimes
marble
I'm
it.
just gonna do one little small one, so she doesn't freak out here. But you just pull your paint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
So, and then you can also, maybe I'll show her on Tracey's so we
Yeah,
don't freak
yeah.
Donna out.
Oh, a palette knife.
But you can
Okay.
also take the one large painting out there.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of palette knife work in
Oh,
that.
really?
Okay.
I love-
But I put some paint here. I had all blue and gold in this corner, and I didn't have any pink, red, or anything. So I layered those colors right here.
But once it dried or when it's wet?
When it's wet, and then you take your palette knife and you kind of move it in the paint, and then I swiped it.
Ah,
Oh,
right,
my
right.
goodness.
And I made a little circle.
Oh, I'm doing
Then
that.
I took that straw and I came back and I distorted that line.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's how you can use your palette knife with it.
Right.
And you can, and I just did it here, and I just came up and I made some little swirls.
And that's where you
Oh,
have more
that's
control.
cool. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but
Nice.
it's not like your palette knife with your thicker,
I know,
medium,
I
and
know.
heavy bodied paints, because
Yeah.
you can smear those. These you're like in water.
Yeah.
Like you're flowing it in
Right,
water.
right.
Okay?
Love that.
Makes sense?
Yes.
Yeah, and I took a few here.
Yes, I know what I want now.
Oh, great.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Let's do her.
We're gonna let her stuff on. She's letting me know I heard her.
Oh.
That's good. Stop, put it down, tilt the board. Lola, I know I
What?
stepped in something, I'm so sorry.
I do what?
Tilt the board
Towards you.
this way.
Oh, this way, yes.
Flowing it off? Nope, straight
Straight,
off.
straight.
Straight off.
Okay, you're going to be doing the wave, right?
Yes,
Okay, the
that's
wave.
good. Don't tilt so much.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, my gosh, this
All
is
right,
cool.
so then let's tilt it this way. Get that to flow off. Might have to tilt. Okay, perfect. Board down. You're ready to go.
Okay. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Flow.
Yep, right on the right line. Take it off the board. Like here. We should start off the board. Donna, I was teaching you bad things. There you go. Perfect.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, nice.
No
Those
rhyme
are
or reason. Just
bold
put it on.
colors. Bold colors.
Okay. Right on it.
Wow, I just love these outlines that you get.
Perfect.
Wow. Okay.
Whatever you want. Squiggle lines. Perfect.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, yes. That's good.
Nice. Let's add a little of that pearl to that.
Here it is.
Same thing. One line in the middle, squigglies, whatever you want. Love that. Let's do just a little line, or quick line of blue right over the top of that.
On the top of,
On the way.
Just quick, yeah.
Perfect. All right.
That's gonna
Now
be
we need more
awesome.
blue behind it, and then we need the white here. Okay?
here, right?
Yep. And don't worry about it. Go right over it. Thicker. See how thick that is? Okay. And then we need the white on the opposite side of it. Be careful pouring.
Don't be scared.
Nice and easy.
Oh, oh.
That's right. Get it to flow and then move. That's right. Good, 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 good. Okay. Crazy. All right. Now there's a secret to this one. Okay.
Okay.
The one you take there. All right. So we got it on low. So you're gonna blow the blue over the color, and then you're gonna blow the white down. Okay. Nice and easy. You don't have to hold any buttons or anything. Just nice and easy on it. See where, always start from way back here because you want to see where the blow dryer is hitting the color, right? So all we're really trying to do is move that blue.
Oh, I love those colors.
Okay? Now we want to do it, hold your blow dryer in reverse. Hold your cord. It's really important to hold your cord.
Oh, the board, the
Your
cord.
cord. Alright? So then we're going to just barely swipe that white over the top of it. We don't have enough white right here. We're not flowing. Don't hesitate to put more paint on your board if something's not working right, okay? That's not flowing over the top of it. We don't want to lose it. Now the key to this one, what I want to see you do is when I turn it, I'm going to have you start right here, and I'm going to have you zip the line exactly how it goes, okay? Hold this button, okay? So we lose all of our paint here. let it settle. We're gonna let that settle real quick, okay? Just take your breath and move like right here. Try to just blow that a little bit, okay? Nice and easy till you get a feel for how the paint moves. Excellent breath. A little bit more there. Take that out a little bit more. Oh, very good. You do that.
Nice.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
yeah.
Okay, now one thing I want to do make you aware of is your blow
Now you can't
is
say it.
narrow. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to move your whole head with it, not just your mouth and not just try to manipulate the air. You want to move your whole head with it, okay? So try right here.
Okay.
You're going to get good cells here, but I want to see
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
nice.
just a little
That's
bit
nice.
right here and try to fan it out like I just
Okay.
did. Okay, you're trying to go sideways.
Yeah.
We want to go up a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit.
Okay.
You're going to do the same thing
Up
forward.
and there, yeah, that's
Look
right.
very
that's
good.
cool.
Oh, yeah,
Very
that's
good.
cool.
Very good. It's really going to be beautiful. We're just going to have to extend it out, and maybe you do something a little different where you come in here, or we go back.
I like the wave.
Tell me
coming from
what
the
you
right.
think. Is it not enough? You want it to come up more? You want something in the corner like my painting?
You want it to go like this?
That's what I see. It's the wave.
I did want to
You want to do with the palette knife?
see. I did want to do like a
Yeah.
like a wave thing,
Mhm.
but I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
so
know. What do you
show
think?
Oh, yeah, let's add. Okay,
She will show you.
right. So I'm going to.
Ah, yeah.
See?
Okay.
I'm liking this a lot. Wow. Really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I didn't
Two
even
ways.
think of that.
We
That's
can
really-
blow it, or you can do it with the palette knife. Which one do you want to
Palette.
try?
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. It's
do
got
it.
something else on it.
It's okay. All right, you gotta be very delicate with this, okay? So what we're going to do, first I'm gonna dab it in a little paint here. But when you first start, it's very thin paint, so the most people will go all the way to the canvas. And even if you do it, don't be scared, we can fix it. But you wanna go really light, and you just wanna smear it, okay? And don't worry about what it looks like after you smear it, because then we're gonna blow it
Okay.
with your breath, okay? Have you done a palette knife before?
No.
Okay, nice and light. Maybe just do, here, let's do this color down here first so you can get a feel for it. See how light it is?
Mm-hmm.
Try to push that paint. You're not gonna dab, that's dabbing, and we're gonna push. Okay, that's what you're gonna, that's the feel of it. Okay, just barely set it down. Just barely smear it. Keep the palette
Yeah,
knife.
don't stop.
No, don't stop.
Just
All
do
right,
one.
I want you to start.
I think she should
You're
hold
fine.
it
Hold it.
like this.
I want you to.
She's holding it kind of backwards. Yeah.
That's all right. Let her.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it down and do not lift it until you're done with the swoop. Okay? All the way around. Smear it. It's all right. Okay?
Maybe if you hold it, just from my experience, if you hold it like this, then you have more control. Look, right? Isn't this better?
I don't want to mess it more.
No, but if you hold
Try,
it like,
try to hold it differently.
try to
That's
hold
what
it
she's
differently.
saying.
I think you were like going like that, and you didn't have,
Nice and easy.
and you won't mess it up. You can fix it. Oops, don't go
You're
back.
fine.
Don't go back.
You're fine. You're fine. Come on. Don't let go of it. When
It's okay, you
I
got it.
grab for you,
You got
keep
this.
it in your hand. Okay?
Mhm.
You get here.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Don't be discouraged. We're
No,
gonna
no,
blow.
no. I'm not.
Okay.
It
No,
still
it's
looks great.
It's
It's
new.
gonna look good.
It's
It's
great.
gonna look
Alright.
good.
So now we're going to take a little bit of the white. Thank you, Tracy.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add just a little bit more of the blue in here. And the pink, because we lost the baby blue. We blended it to gray, so I'm just gonna add just a little bit there. It's just nice and easy, and you can move
And
your,
you moved it,
yeah,
yes.
you can move your,
I was just doing.
it's all right.
Well, you have to get familiar
You're
with the
gonna
tool.
do it again.
Yes.
Try nice and easy. No rhyme or reason to it. Swirl it around. There you go. You're picking up some of the gold.
There.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Watch
there
it
you
now.
go.
As soon as you're done, take it off the board so you don't add more color
Okay.
to it. Okay. All right. So now we're going
Oh, I'm
to.
excited.
We're
This is
gonna
gonna be
blow.
good.
we're
It's
gonna be really
blow
cool.
that- I'm gonna take this off the board. Like that. All right, so now I want you to go back and I want you to just blow some of that edge with your breath, okay? So like this.
Both edges?
Yeah, just distort it a little bit. Whatever,
Okay.
it's your painting, whatever you want. If you only want it to distort on one side, all you do, come over here. And even if you need to pick up a painting and move it, you can always do that if you can't get to where you need to
Right.
be. There you go.
That's it.
Once you get it to balloon and fan out, then you widen it. That's exactly how you do it. Now you can widen this a little bit more. If it's not moving, then you add a little bit of your white paint to it. Blow it back on it and then take it back out again.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. You got the blowing.
You're very good at this, actually.
Yeah, she is.
I am.
Yes.
You're really good at that. Much better than me. I don't have a good.
Oh yeah.
Blower.
Look at that. That's really good. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that is really
That
great.
is so
maybe
cool.
right
That
here.
is really
Just assess it, where you think it's
That
too-
way?
yeah. It's a really
You
strong
want-
strong
you-
line. Is
You
that
always want your line. See how strong your line is? It's
Mhm.
very pronounced. You want your line to be more cloud-like. So just barely. Doesn't have to be a lot. Just maybe a tiny bit. Now, if you looked at that and you thought, yeah, it's way too pink, you can add a little strip of blue in it and you can add to it.
Okay.
Okay? If you want to. You don't have to, but I'm just saying,
I want to.
if you see that. Perfect.
Oh yeah, that's it right there.
Perfect. I would probably do this little edge, even if it's blow in the white a little bit and then come back out. Because you don't really want it to connect there, but you've got a
really
weird
cool.
line. So maybe
Okay.
take the white over that and then blow that back out just a little bit. It's really
Huh?
great.
Again?
It's really gray right
Yeah.
here. So
Alright,
let's just add something.
So I blow it that way?
See the white right here?
See?
Try to take the white over it
And then go back the other way, or
and then go back the other way.
wow. See, it's a good thing you took care of the top off.
See if you have any white right here. Okay, now come back this way. Actually, it's probably gonna look good now that you took it that way, but I just barely.
Just a little bit
blue.
that.
This way, whichever. You can go this way and this way.
Mm-hmm.
Just distort the line.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Leave it.
nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you can.
Let's do some white because it's not moving. When you can't get it to move, give it some flow. So how you get it to flow is to put more of your base color down. And that's what I use all this good stuff for that Donna wanted to put back in the container. Okay, blow into it and then back
I
out.
know what I want to do here, but I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is too much white here,
Okay.
and what I would like to do is, I'd like to put some dots
Ooh, absolutely.
here and there, but how do I,
Do you
I
want
just need
you want them
to,
to be small dots where you spray them on with like a paintbrush? Or
yeah,
you want them to be,
that
do you want
might
to be like
yeah,
that? Then I would just
You know what I'm
your-
saying, like, this is just too, I
Yeah.
need some stuff here, but I want it
Sure,
to be just a
absolutely.
little.
All right, well, you got brushes here, and then you can
that's
just
great.
dab your, I usually do it with a
Yeah.
paintbrush.
That was
So-
fantastic. Look at the gold coming up.
And then you can just pick up your paint down here, it could be darker. Do you think, like, show me the pattern, scrape the pattern.
I'll scrape it.
No, Lola, that's big. making it. She goes, do you know how much
Like
paint
that.
God. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm like, Diablo.
The black is pretty.
Yeah, he's so funny. He's very non-artistic, you know, and he thinks everything he's... Okay, now don't worry about stuff like that where it got a little bit of the purple in it.
Yeah,
because
I'm not
gonna-
worried.
We're gonna blow up.
It's all blow.
right?
Yep. And you know what? The extra color is good.
Okay.
So this is the beginning. I'll show you the end when I'm done.
A flower petal. You're
Look
trying
at that.
to
It's
create.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So that is
Really, really
after
nice
the torch.
colors. Really nice colors.
Really.
And I just
So
cannot-
this one we used paper
And
towel,
it's a pearl, and it's just
these
driving me insane that we can't get it.
plastic.
This is-
Oh God! What? Ooh.
Okay.
We used plastic.
But I can order.
I don't know what she called
Like
these,
a
but
report cover.
report cover.
Yeah.
Okay. And then paper towel. Paper towel.
The edge wet with water.
Okay, we need to, should we just take some photos?